The Cars, Let the Good Times Roll. All right, so a few different sections on this. Get some synth parts in there for you too. I'll play through each of the sections for you, and then I'll go back through afterwards and give you a little more of a walkthrough. And before we get to all that, hit that subscription button, help out the channel. That'd be really awesome. So let's jump on into this. Okay, so for starters, we have this second guitar that's kind of just doing this cool offbeat octave riff. And we're going to come all the way up here to B. Okay, so we'll do the 7 here on the top E, and we're just going to be bouncing between that and the 7 on the high E. Okay, and like I said, it's kind of offbeat, so you kind of skip that first beat, and then we just continue on with some like quarter note action. And we're going to sneak in that high octave. Okay, so it'll be a couple of these bass note 7s here on the E. Okay, and you want them kind of just staccato short, you know, hit it, rest, that type of deal. And so you do that a couple times, and then you come up and then you hit the high 7 on the high E. Right, and then we just come up and hit that 7 bass note one more time. All right, and we're just going to repeat that for the intro here. We're going to go through it about 4 times just by itself, no vocal or anything. All right, and then the vocal will come in, and we do it one more time. So. Okay, so we're going to jam through it like that, and then the vocal comes in, we do it once, but then after we do it once, we're just going to take what we're doing here, slide it down 2 frets, so that we're at the 5s now for the A. Okay, and you just do it once there, a measure's worth, okay? All right, and then after that, we come right back up to that B, and we just finish the pattern here by doing it twice there. All right, so pretty simple. It's just a matter of getting the timing and the vibe right on it, I guess. So I'll just play it all the way through for you here. All right, and then the drums will come in and everything comes in basically, and so once everything comes in, we're essentially kicking off with what the pre-chorus is. All right, so basically we're just going to come down to here for the first guitar and just hit some G power chords. All right, so 3 on E, 5 on the A and D, and you're just going to want to do like a 1 2 rest 1 2. Okay, and one measure of that, and then just come up to 5s for the A. Okay, 5 on the E, 7 on the A and D there, and same strumming pattern, 1 measure's worth. All right, and we repeat that G and the A, just go through that twice. All right, and while this is happening, there's a second guitar that comes in, and it's doing some kind of solo-y type stuff. This bend riff up here, so be on the 9 of the G, and we're going to do the 7 on the B under it. All right. All right, so we just bend that 9 and hold it for about a measure and a half, and then we finish that second measure by doing the bend again, same thing, but just release it and come off to 7, and then we would just repeat that whole thing twice. So it'd be something like, and then repeat it. Okay, just go through that twice. All right, so I'll just play them all up to tempo for you now. All right, once we get into the chorus, same type of vibe and everything. We're just going to be up here at the B. Okay, B5 power chords, so 7 on the E, 9 on the A and D, and you just want to do same type of strums as the previous part. We're just doing 1 2 rest 1 2. All right, so you want to do 2 measures worth of that B. Okay, and then we move it down to the G. Okay, so 3rd fret E, 5 on the A and D, same strum, same amount of times, 2 measures worth. All right, and now we're going to move down to the open E power chord here. And with this, you want to just be hitting it on, you know, like every beat. So just a 1 2 3 4. All right, and then we just hold that last one through the second measure. All right, so let's do this first chorus guitar part all the way up to tempo. And as far as what the second guitar is doing during the chorus, it's kind of doing a variation of what it's doing in the intro. Okay, we're doing our octave, 7s here for the B. We do 2 measures worth. Okay, but then it's going to move down to that G. Okay, so same thing that we did up here, but just different spot. So 3s here on the E's, on the low and high E. All right, same style, just 2 measures worth. Right, but now we can mix in this cool descending arpeggio thing that happens. We come all the way up to 9 on the G, and you want to hit that, and then we go open B, open E under it. Okay, and we just move that G, that 9, we just move it down to 7, do the same thing. Okay, down a fret to 6 on the G, open B and E. Down to 4 on the G, open B, open E. Okay, now we just shift up the timing a little bit, and we do second on the G, then an open E. First on the G, open E. And then just finish with the bottom half of an E major chord here. Second on the D, first on the G, open B and E. Okay, so slowly that would look like. So fun little arpeggio there. And let's just do this whole guitar section up to speed now. Okay, now we can get into some of these synth parts that happen. For the first chorus here, we get this cool little thing. Play it up here, we'll be at the 7 on the B. Alright, and we're going to hit that 7, hold it about a measure and a half. Okay, now we do this hammer on from 7 to 9 B, and then a pull off from 9 to 7 E. Alright, and then we basically just repeat that twice. Hold that 7 on the E for about a measure and a half, and then we do a slight variation of it where we go the 7 to 9 B, 9 to 7 E, 7 to 9 B, but then just hold the 7. So it's like... Alright, so just up to speed now. Alright, now we can get into just like the full-blown verse now with everything going. So kind of just like the intro, but now we have all the parts with it now. So just be up here at the B power chord, 7 E, 9 on the A and D, doing our 1 2 1 2 strums. Okay, just a measure's worth, and then we take it down to the A. So alright, and then we just bring it back up to the B and do 2 measures worth. Alright, and you would go through that whole thing twice. Right, and by the time we get to that last measure of B, we get another cool synth part that comes in, and it's just kind of doing this quick back and forth little riff where we're going to be 7 on the E, and then we drop down and we go 6 7 6 on the A. All right, and then we just repeat that whole thing all the way through the rest of the verse. Okay, so it's just something like... Alright, and we just hold that all the way through the progression as it happens throughout the remainder of the verse. So... Alright, so up to speed for you. Alright, once we get to the second pre-chorus, we get a new synth riff that comes in. It's doing this here in the same area where we're usually at. Will be 7B to 7G. Hold it a moment. 7B to 9G. Okay, and then we do, from there we go 7, 9D, hit 6G, back to 9D. And then we do our 7B, 7G, 7B, 9G, and then we just hold that through the remainder of the pre-chorus. Right, so all together now. Alright, and then we actually get a little bit of a solo that comes in. It's going to be up here. We're going to hit some 7s on the B and E. Just strum it once, hold it, strum it twice, hold it a moment, strum it twice again, and then once. So just... Okay, that type of thing. And then we come up and we hit 9s on the B and E. Hit it, slide it down to 5s. Right, and then from there, we take a 6 on the G, slide that to 2. Right, do a little bit of a scale here where we go 2 to 4 on the D, back to 2, 2A to open. Alright, and then we end up on a G chord here, hit the top half of it, the 3E, 2A, open D, drop down, hit open G, 3 on the B. Alright, and from there, we're going to do these pull-offs where we go 4G to open, 5G to open, and just kind of jump back and forth between those a couple times. So 4 to 5, 4 to 5, 4. Meanwhile, just pulling to an open each time. So it's like, okay, that type of thing. Right? And after that, we would just basically get to that descending arpeggio that happens at the end of the chorus for guitar 2. Okay, so let's just try this solo-y bit up to tempo. All right, and during the last chorus, we get this new synth thing that comes in. Jump all the way up here. We'll hit that 7 on the B. All right, but then we're going to do on the 9 of the G to 8 back to 9. All right, and then we'll hold that a moment, hit the 8 on the G, and then just finish on the 9 of the D. Okay, and go through that whole thing twice. Alright, go through that twice, and then finish just by hitting the 7 on the B and holding that for a couple measures. Okay, pretty simple. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.